The Garfield movie just released and I'm going to see it! I'm super excited about this, and the movie seems like it's gonna be pretty good because the cast is star-studded. I'm talking Samuel Jackson, Snoop Dogg, Chris Pratt, the list goes on. But the thing is, everybody, I have a little bit of time until the movie actually starts, about an hour and a half. And so before we go over to the theater, I think it'd be a good idea to go see if we can find some of the brand new Garfield stuff. There is Funko Pops, and I don't know if they're going to be in stores yet, but I want to try to find them. And then there's also a bunch of other, like, just Garfield movie stuff that released in general, so let's go to the first store! Walmart, where I feel like we're probably going to have the best bet to find something Garfield. I remember they released a couple plush, and I've also seen, like, a bit of a section with all the Garfield movie items. Let's see if we can find that. Well, what do we have here, everybody? Some Garfield plush, and it looks like they are $20 each. So maybe I'll get one of them just for fun. And we've got baby Garfield. We also have, well, a bit of a bigger Garfield. There's a couple different versions of them. And then down here we've got Odie. Some pretty nice stuff, and I think if I'm gonna be getting one of them, we gotta get this guy. Oh, now hold on, everybody. I never look in the pop section anymore because they usually don't have anything new, but take a look, there's a bunch. And I understand that this has nothing to do with Garfield, but that Yoda there, I'm definitely gonna be getting him. Oh, now hold on, everybody. I don't think I'm gonna be getting one of these today, but it is pretty cool that we have them here. It's Garfield posters, and if you guys wanna take a look, there's a bunch of different ones. You even get one with his dad on there. Pretty neat. Oh, and there's even one that says cutest kitty ever. Pretty perfect. And now right away, everybody, as soon as we made it inside, check it out. We found another Garfield plush. And I'm going to be honest, it looks a little bit softer than the one I picked up over at Walmart. Oh, and if you're wondering, I'm filming on my phone right now because you can't bring a big camera into the theater. And now let's check out the pop section here, because if you guys don't know, there is a new set of Garfield figures. I just don't think they're out yet. And they said they did get a bunch of new stuff in. Yeah, I'm not seeing them today, which is definitely too bad because I would have loved to get them for the collection, but I'll have to order them online. It was worth a shot. And now just in case, everybody, I did a little bit more digging and could not find anything Garfield besides that plush. But the good news is the movie starts in a few minutes, so let's get over there. We have made it to the theater. I'll see you after the movie.
I think this is a case of mistaken identity. You must be looking for another gorgeous, lovable kitty cat. Big bag hunter with the she got a big bag, drop it. Come on, Junior. You. Huh? This is Vic, my father.
And just like that, everybody, that was the Garfield movie. They're playing cat videos right now. It's perfect. Let's go back to the office, though, and talk all about it. We are back, and I've got my Garfield plush. I mean, come on, look at his face. And I understand I wasn't able to find any of the new Garfield pops, but if you guys want to see what they are, there was a Garfield with lasagna, as well as Garfield with Pookie, and Garfield with Mug going to bed. Some really fun stuff, and it's kind of interesting because I don't believe they're based on the movie specifically, but every single one of those goes with the film pretty well. So I'm wondering if they were, like, made for the movie, even if they weren't technically for the movie, if that makes sense. Like, to give you an example, they've been making Deadpool pops for years, but they've always been for the comics until the new Deadpool and Wolverine movie when they finally released these here, which are actually for the film. But you see, a lot of those old ones make sense with the movie, like, for example, the Bob Ross Deadpool, which was for the teaser trailer for one of the other ones. I believe it was the second film, maybe even the first one. Okay, I got it from the table because I wanted to show you guys some of the Deadpool ones that I'm talking about, because I've got a bunch hidden back here in my Marvel section, and I guess I'll just grab a random one to show you guys what I'm talking about, because all of the boxes are the same. This one here is the Pirate Deadpool, though. It was exclusive to Hot Topic, and what they've done pretty much every time a Deadpool movie has released, they make a new set of characters like this. And if I flip it around on the back, you'll see here, there's a lot of different ones, but yes, it goes with that comic book version of Deadpool because of that top bit there. And because Deadpool is such a quirky guy, you'll notice on the back there's a bunch of different versions of him, like Bath Time, Chef, Rubber Chicken, Cowboy, but there's also those normal ones too, like with swords and thumbs up that would go great with the films. And so I don't know if they didn't have the license for Deadpool or why it took them so long to actually make them for the movie, but I'm happy that they finally got them because they have a little bit more detail than these ones here, and I understand why, because this is of course for the comic books. But still, just a fun fact if you didn't know. Oh, and actually wait, hold on, here's the Deadpool Bob Ross we were just talking about right here. But anyways, let's not dwell on that too much because I actually have a couple Garfield pops in my collection already that I want to show you. Alright Garfield, are you ready? Okay, let's get into the first one here, which is going to be actually that classic Garfield, the first one that ever released. It's a pretty great figure. It's him with his arms crossed, and actually, now that I'm looking at him here, he works really well with the film, because actually, now that I'm looking at him though, his eyes are separate, when in the movie, they're connected. So that's like really the only thing that's different about the movie version versus this one here, and I feel like if they were to make them for the movie, there'd be some pretty good ones that they could do. His dad, Vic, a baby version of Garfield, maybe even like Garfield and Odie together, or maybe even Garfield and Vic tied together. That could be a cool one. Similar to how they did the Chewbacca and Han Solo tied together. It was an interesting set. But anyways, let me get on to the next one here, which is going to be the one and only Odie. Like seriously, they've only ever made one of this character. And I've been saying for years that I feel like Odie is an underrated pup because they've only ever made one version of him, and there's a bunch of Garfields. I also thought in the film he was a really funny character. He didn't say a word the entire time, of course, because Odie never talks, but the way he was in the movie kind of reminded me of like, you know, Groot, and how all he says is, "I am Groot," all Odie does is bark, but everybody understands him. Or at least Garfield does. Now that I think about it, I don't know if everybody does, but he communicates. And now everybody, that's not all, because I've got another one here. It is actually Garfield with the I Hate Mondays mug. I mean, this is again a really fun one, and his facial expression is a little bit different from that original one too. Definitely a fun set of characters. And there also is, I believe, a flocked one that released at some point. It came with a t-shirt, it was exclusive to Target. I thought I owned that one, and then when I was looking around my collection, I could not find it. But either way, it is the exact same as I believe the original one here. But don't worry everybody, that's not all that I have, because there's still one other character, and this one released not too long ago. It is actually like a Garfield dressed up as a witch. It's a bit of a weird one, and it was exclusive to New York Comic Con. And why did they make this? I'm not really sure. I think it's probably though because New York Comic Con is like right around Halloween, so it's kind of spooky. Now hold on everybody, I just remembered that I also have a Garfield soda, and I'm looking for him right now, but I keep seeing like orange characters, and I haven't found him yet. Look, it's just her Cheetah, not Garfield, different cat. Hold on, maybe he's in here. Ooh, wait. Oh, do you guys see the ears back there? I'm pretty sure that is that? Yeah, that's Tony the Tiger, not him either. Okay, wait, hold on everybody, I think I found him here. He's in between, who's that, Mickey Mouse and Gabriel Iglesias? Yes, this is him. I mean, come on, that's great. If you haven't seen this Garfield before, they actually released it for the Fun on the Run tour when they had a bus driving across America. That is Funko, of course, not Garfield. And this one is kind of like him in his summer attire because, of course, it did take place during the summer. There was also a chase that you could get him in. I believe he had a snorkel and goggles on. It was a really neat figure. I, of course, never got that one, and I've opened up about like 6 or 7 of that can. It's a good amount now. Just make sure they don't fall. Come on. Ooh, we're good. I will say, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was like a fun kids film, of course, because it is geared towards a younger audience. But if you're a parent, or maybe someone like me who just wants to go and check out the film, I would definitely say that there are not adult jokes, but ones that you would enjoy at pretty much any age. I did, however, feel, and this might be a little bit of a controversial take, I would like to hear what somebody else has to say about this too, that the movie could have ended maybe like 2 or even 3 times. Like, there were moments where I was like, oh, they're wrapping it up, but hold on, they have to do something, then they're wrapping it up, then they gotta do one more thing. And now Garfield, I understand you had to do those things, I'm trying not to spoil anything here, but I felt like it could have been done like just a little bit better in the end, you know? But either way, it was still a really fun movie, and I heard it's one of the highest rated Garfield films ever created, so you can't complain about that. But anyways, everybody, that's pretty much gonna do it for me today. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow!